So I've got an ant problem. But what's interesting is in this trail, every so often, you'll find a big ant, like that one. And that's not the only one. Like if you go up here, you'll find another one. And another one up there. And this trail leads all the way up the ceiling. Looks like there's not really any other big ants farther along the trail. Or I don't even know if those are ants. But basically that is where their hideout is located, the entry point. The other day, or yesterday, 2 days ago, I saw one of these trails and I raided it. And then I found at the end of the trail there was the ant poison that my mom left out. So I want to make sure, because I destroyed the plans of poisoning their queen by raiding the entire trail. So I don't want to rush to any conclusions here, but this is where we keep a lot of our snacks. So I'm wondering if there's like a breach somewhere where the ants can get to the snacks, but you know, these are all pretty sealed up, so I don't know how or why the ants are gathering here. I'm just gonna explore this. Okay, so if I lift this container, oh, this is where it is. Right here. That is a lot of ants. Okay, got it. Some ants on my hand. All right, so I guess we just gotta clean this up. Right fender. Right fender. All right, so I got rid of the snacks. They're outside in that box over there, and the ants are swarming all over it. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do a little bait and switch. I put some ant poison on this cardboard piece as the instructions said. Looks like some ants are getting stuck and just dying as soon as they try to take some of that stuff. But hopefully they'll, you know, some of them will, after a few die, they'll learn to bring that back to their home and to their mama. I'll probably place another one of these, so it's just a piece. This is just a piece of cardboard from the box. I just tore it from here, like the instructions told me to, and I'm just gonna put some drops here. Just spread it around a little bit, and then place another one. Whoops, I spilled a little bit. They're all over the paper here. It's disgusting. Yeah. See if this works out. It's actually really interesting to watch because look at that ant right there. I'm not sure if actually he's on a return trip or, yeah, he looks like he's leaving. But when you watch an ant approach the food, yeah, let's see if one of these guys do it. Yeah, check out the one right there that just entered. And then he like stops to like suck that in, and then he leaves. Because he's probably loaded up now. And here's the update on the crackers here. Yeah, so this lid was down and There are a bunch of biscuits inside. I have the wrappers taken off. So the ants got to them. So I'm just gonna pry the lid open. Oh, and you can see them all scatter. Oh, look at those buggers. This is a complete no-no. Do not leave containers open. Make sure they're sealed. I'm gonna throw these out. Throw out the open ones. I'm obviously gonna keep these. These are fine. But yeah. All right, I threw out the open containers. I think. Just gotta make sure these are all unopened. All right. Yeah. So you know, there's like a lot of the ants here. I could shake it all off, but I'm just gonna leave it outside and wait for the ants to get bored. Okay, just an update on the I placed 3 traps total. It's weird because like this one up here on the paper, like I mean it's not like they're scared of paper, but like that one doesn't have that many, and then this one's okay, but this one has like so many ants on it already. Like I don't know why this one in particular is doing the best. Maybe I'll place another trap in that area and see how it does. So I just moved the one on the paper over here and see how it does. It's already doing a little better. So I first thought the ants were just dying, like drowning right away, but the more I see, I think they're just gorging themselves, because I've seen them clear out a little bit and then more ants appear like around the edges again. So I think they're actually taking the food and leaving. So we'll see how this works. So time has passed. That replacement of the trap over there has been really successful. The ants are still coming in and out. But the other thing I did was I loaded up this SpongeBob paper with a bunch of tiny droplets, maximized the circumference of the drop, and look at that. They still haven't discovered some of them. What happens is, if you're wondering why I'm out of breath, I just did a workout. So they discover a droplet and then they crowd around it. They don't really look around for another while. So I think it's important to have like good dispersion of like these droplets, because they, you know, they just kind of gather around one of them. So they crowd it out pretty quickly. So if you have more, then there's more work for the ants to do, and I think they're well on their way to death here. Okay, so it's almost been an hour. These traps are doing just as they've been doing. SpongeBob has been mightily successful, so I laid down another SpongeBob. And the trail is still going strong. And the biscuits outside, I think the ants are pretty much done with that. They've figured out there's nothing else left to look at here. It's just some stragglers left behind. But mostly they're all cleared out, so I'm just gonna shake this off. Shake off the stragglers. So it's 11 o'clock, and put out another trap, and look at this. It cleaned it up. All the droplets are gone. That one might be a fresh one that my mom put in. Still some spots here, but it's running up. So maybe this is bye-bye ants. So it's a couple days later. As you can see, the original, you know, that's not just evaporation, but ants have cleaned up most of what was laid out, and these are actually new drops, and there aren't many ants to come and collect them. I don't know what these ants are doing here. They're really sluggish. The trail is very barren. You can still see them traveling, but it's very sad, but not really. Yeah, I imagine this will go on for a little bit. I think that's a success though.